Hello there and welcome to the new Tableau tutorial video. And in this Tableau tutorial video, I will show you how you can create a resume like this. So many of you as a Tableau dashboard developer is maybe you are creating your resume within the document or maybe on a website or somewhere. But if using this tutorial, you can create your resume like this. This is just one sample, but you have freedom to make any changes that you want. So what I am showing here over here is, as you can see, I'm showing the image, the name, the designation, the email address, and the mobile number. And then one of the very important thing a hiring manager would like to see is the skills. So that is the reason I have kept the skills at the top, and just a quick intro or quick information about this candidate or about yourself that you can write over here. So that's why skill, experience, and about yourself is something should be at the top. Then another very important information which as a hiring manager and they look at what the professional experience is someone is having. So how you started, how you are ending. Another way is, or another useful way is, what is your current designation is something you can keep it as a top, and the where you started is keeping at the end. Now these are all the variations that you can do based on the needs that you are having. So over here, the table contains the designation, where you have worked, where you duration, that from 2010 to 2012, 2012 to 2015, 15 to 19, 19 to null. We can change this to ongoing. Maybe I can do it in future videos and show it to you. But along with this, what is present over here is a short summary of the work or your profile in during these companies and the title that you are handling. So this gives a very quick information about your profile in various different companies and the designation that you have hold. Along with that, you have the information about education. So you have higher secondary, senior secondary, graduation, and MBA. Again, when you have completed it. And then the third column we may have is the grade. I have not added it, but something, if we want to highlight this, you can highlight this. Those who, like me, who did not have a lot of good grades, you can just hide it like this one. That just show the information what you were getting or in which year you basically completed the major milestone during your education. What is your hobbies? Something which is very personal. Generally in professional resume, people really don't bother about what your hobbies are, but in many resumes I've seen it, so I've kept it over there. You can replace it with anything more interesting than this. Then the awards, the different awards that you may have got is something you can put it over here. And then finally, if you want your hiring manager or the HR to connect with you, I think this having at the last really makes sense. The reason for this is if they really like you and they want to see your profile, and if you are open to that, then you can give the links over here which they can click and connect with you. So an opportunity is something you are giving to them, especially for LinkedIn, that they can go and see your profile, more detailed profile, your recommendation, and other things. All right. So this is something which is available. I wanted to show you how you can basically do that. I'll press escape. So how do we do that? Before I will show you actually how I have done it, I will show you very quickly. It's not a complete how-to because something you must have already seen in my previous videos. I posted hundreds of videos on how to develop the dashboards, reports, and everything. So just taking the experience from there, you can create this one. But what I want to show you is this data set, which is something we have created. So this data for an employee is something I have divided into the professional and personal. Okay. So this way I have the personal information about what is the name of the employee, or what is your name, what is education, year completed. This information is something my thought process is that we should be able to pull it based on the name. The reason for this is maybe in one of the future video I will show you, if you are an HR manager or if you are a hiring manager and you want to have something like an application which is where you can put the employee information, like first employee, the second, the third and the fourth, their personal and professional information, then you can easily utilize maybe one filter over here on the name. You filter the name and you get it, right? So it can basically simplify a lot of process for you. In case if you want to evaluate 100 different resume, you don't have to go to one by one to those resumes by clicking at different, but within one application you can do this piece. And this can be a startup idea as well, if you want to be a Tableau startup company, that you have created a dashboard application which allows your customers to look at multiple resumes in such a good visualization form. Yeah, so for that the requirement is that your sheet or your data should be like this, where you have the personal information, everything like hobbies, images, email, address, phone number, about me. Images is something right now I am not using it. I am currently using it as static. I will show you. But in future I will show you how you can utilize the path of the image and dynamically add the images over here based on what you are changing or what you want to name that you want to see. Accordingly an image is coming. Alright, I have not explored that, but it's something I will probably explore once I create the next version of it. So once you have this, I will going to add this information here in the data source. So it's the same resume data or the resume data, and we have the personal and the professional, and the link is based on the name. As you can see, name is the common key. However, I don't suggest having the joins on the name or the character information, but always on something which is numeric. As it is comparatively easy and fast. So because it is very small, I have kept it only on name, but that's the recommendation I want to give it to you. Now once we have this, what we have done is simply we have created a couple of views like the hobbies. What are the hobbies, right? And this is simply the rows over rows. I have put it over there. I think if I remove the text, nothing is going to happen. This was just when I was experimenting it. I was viewing it. But the only other thing is if you right click over here, so not even right click, if I just go to format and shading, you will see that this is the shading which I have taken. This is the front end color and this black is the back end color. So if I go to the dashboard, the black is the back end color and the light gray is, the dark gray, but not the complete black. The dark gray is sort of giving you an impression that this is coming out of this black and basically a part of it, however separated as well. Okay, so you have hobbies, you have awards, right? You have skills and experience as a visualization. I have reduced the size and changed the color of this bars, as you can see. The professional experience, if you see, I have used these lines over here, and which I believe was present over here in the rows, if I'm not wrong, or yeah, this should be in the rows. This is where I had to sometimes do a lot of back and forth to really understand where this information is present. Yeah, there you go. I guess I was actually updating it over here. So these are basically your row divider. So this should be in a row, and here is your row divider, right? So this is something, for example, if you want color like this one or this color or this color, this is basically your pane where you need to go. I will just keep it like this one. This is good. So within this box where you have the grid lines, go to the rows, and here you have the row divider. right? And then at the top you have the header as well. Okay, so once we have this, you have the education, very simple. Education and year completed. You may not get the same order. I have just manually done that. You can click this and drag it up and down the way you want. And what is the name and about me section, right? So it's very simple, nothing complex, but about me is something which I think I filtered. If I show the filter to you, right, going there and clicking on that, yeah, nothing is happening over there. If I just remove it, I believe nothing will happen. Yeah, there you go. So very simple, very straightforward. Nothing special hanky-panky is going on over here, just around the backend settings, but simple settings over here. And then within the dashboard, this is an image. So what I've done is, in the backend, I have first taken the vertical layout, right, and gave it a color which was gray color, the dark color. I can't select it right now. Yeah, there you go. Completely outside, and this black color. Then one by one, first one is basically your text box. The blank. This one. This is the blank, in which we have image. We have this sheet, as you can see. We have these some components, image component, this one. This is the icon which I have taken from the web. You can choose what you want. I have kept it like black, so that it is catching the attention with the help of the email, but not with the so much of the icon, because I want the focus to be here on this particular title and this particular name, right? And then down there, whatever sheet that we are bringing it over here, we need to hold down the shift key and then bring the sheet, because this sheet is in the floating order, right? And because of this, we are able to sort of put them in a way we want. If it can be achieved with a fixed order as well, but it's just too much of management of moving the components here and there and adding a lot of horizontal vertical components. I just wanted to avoid that. And personally, I like keeping floating components so that I can move it wherever I want based on the design idea which is coming in my mind at that particular time. Okay. All right. Let me just put it a little bit like, yeah, just making it so that it is in line with this one. But that's okay. We can always do that thing. So same is the case with the about me sheet that we created. Always make sure that your sheet name is very similar to what functionality that you are doing. That would be easy. Then professional experience, I have given it a huge space. In my view, it is very important, because this will going to define that in your most recent designation what you have actually done. However, what I see is one of the very crucial and missing information is the projects information over here, which ideally should be part of this. Maybe in future video or the future projects I will do that. But you can always give a link to the projects, right? Maybe here at the top, because we have some space, which can basically talks about the projects that you have done or your open source projects. If you don't want to show them or don't want to give them a lot of information about the work project, because work project is something you cannot you cannot really show the functionality because of the limitations or security issues. So that is something you can talk about when the interview is going on, or before the interview. If you want to give them the information like you usually give it in the resume, you can have maybe a link on the software engineer as a pop-up that look at my projects, which I've done it here, and maybe an external link or something which you can provide it. Also, what can be done is, based on the hover over to this particular on this one, you should be able to highlight the project's information. Something it's very interesting. While talking about this, I just got this idea that if I'm hovering over to this particular software engineer profile, it should show as a tooltip that what are the projects that you have covered. Something that will be very interesting. Give me the suggestion in the comments as you know, you may be seeing worth adding it, and hopefully, you know, I'll give a bit of an efforts on designing it like that. But yeah, this I feel like it's a good idea that instead of an external link, if someone is just hovering the mouse over to the designation, then they should be able to see the project's information of that particular designation that you have hold, right? So similar to this, any other suggestion that is coming into your mind looking at the done work we have done so far, or I will going to explain, let me know in the comments. Now on the education side, you know, something very simple that you have the major milestone is something along with the year in which you have covered. I think that much information is good. However, grading information is very important irrespective of good or bad. So something I will probably add it in the spreadsheet over here, in the personal, if I'm not wrong, yeah, over here, maybe a column like this one, something like grade. Oh, come on, grades, or grade, whatever column name you want to give. Maybe you got A, you got B plus here, you got B here, and I don't know, over here, suppose it was a GPA and you got like 4.2. All right, so it's something which you can show. If I come back here in the data source and I hit refresh, I should be able to see the grade. Oh, let me hit refresh here. Oh, come on, it should come. Is it coming? Name, year, no. Have I? Let me see if it is about saving it, and then only it will come. Okay, save, done it twice, refresh. Yeah, now the grades are coming, right? The connection is live. Just make sure that. So with this, we can bring the in the education, we can bring, I think, even the grades now over here, A plus and everything. And as you can see, it's very simple, and now the grades are over here. If I just extend this little bit and put this over here, yep, like this one, right, and give it a little bit of a space so that it is in alignment. Now as you can see, whatever we want, we can just get it if we know how entire backend structure works. And this is the reason I wanted to give you this quick idea. Sometimes it takes time to add this, but I just thought it's worth, so that whenever you are having this sort of a need where you need to add the information back, or need to add more information around like grades or something, should be able to do it without much of agitation. Okay, so with that, yeah, so now we have grades as well, so it makes it a complete metric. We have chess, the hobbies. I'm not sure what else you would show it along with the hobbies. Similarly with the awards, I think with awards, you know, always a company is attached to it. Like whether you got the star employee in Infosys or Wipro TCS, usually it doesn't bother me, or it doesn't really bother as a hiring manager. So no issues. That's why I've not added it over here. Connection is something you are giving them the opportunity that, hey, go ahead and connect with me. I think it makes sense that we add it. However, it's a very personal choice whether you want to add it or not. So yeah, this is something what I wanted to show you. A dashboard, or sort of your own resume within Tableau. Think like this: you are going for a Tableau developer position, and your resume itself is creatively done here in the Tableau, and you are definitely much more creative than me. I've just put some tables together, but I'm pretty sure that you have more and more creative ideas. So let me know what you have created as a resume for yourself for your Tableau developer profile. It would be really glad. I will be really glad, and I'm sure others will be really glad to see those links of Tableau public profile or the resume if you are uploading on Tableau public. Keep the link in the comments and help me see what you have created. But yeah, this is one of the design that I wanted to show you, something which I felt is you can create for your Tableau resume. And maybe for future videos, what I will do is show you some more designs, what you can use, as well as an app where you can get a filter at the top, change the name of an employee or prospect employee or a candidate, and get the details, right? So that's about it. And let me know what do you think about it. And if you enjoyed, hit the like button, and definitely request you to share with as much as you can with your friends, colleagues, so that they can also get a benefit from this. So that's about it, and I'll meet you in the next video.